Wondering why people are moving out of California? Nearly 900,000 people moved out of the Golden State last year alone. There are many reasons for this, which include high cost of living, crime rate, high state taxes, and much more. We highlighted those in this video, plus top places where they are moving to. 1. Rising state taxes. The current top marginal income tax rate is 13.3%, but legislators want to raise to nearly 17%. The move would not only affect rich California residents but also small business owners, many of whom are struggling due to COVID-19 related shutdowns and restrictions. The sales tax is already over 7% and there is a 50-cent gas tax. What's more, California residents can't even deduct most of their state taxes from their federal taxes. While other states also have high tax rates, California is one of only 2 states with a tax rate of over 10%, the other being Hawaii. What does this mean in real life? Here are some examples. Put simply, a person who makes $50,000 a year would have to pay $9,679 in state and federal taxes. A person who makes $100,000 a year would have to shell out $28,923. Those who make $500,000 a year would have to pay a whopping $210,949. 2. Housing crisis. The median cost of a house in California is a whopping $600,000. And according to the latest data from Zillow, the average rent in California in mid-2020 is $2,800, way more than the national average of $1,600. Put simply, if you're not rich or willing to live with friends or relatives, you just can't afford to live in the state. Local jurisdictions in California hold enormous sway over what gets built. Officials have often caved to NIMBY pressure against new development, much of it in the name of protecting the environment or preserving neighborhood character. California has had a long-term housing shortage for a number of reasons. Long-term homeowners hold sway over local city councils, encouraging them to prohibit the construction of new housing projects in the name of preserving neighborhood character, or protecting the environment. Outdated zoning laws make it impossible for cities to build dense urban areas. In fact, 3/4 of all the residential land available in Los Angeles can only be used for building single-family homes. 3. Political problems. Many California residents strongly support their state's policies. However, many conservative and even moderate voters feel the state is moving too far to the left. Conservative journalist Ben Shapiro recently commented on his personal decision to leave the state, citing growing union influence, restrictions on law enforcement officials, looting, and the end of standardized testing in state universities as some of the reasons he's moving to another state. Others say they feel their vote doesn't count in California, while still others complain that politicians cater to the needs of large cities without considering the needs and wishes of rural residents. COVID-19 lockdowns in the state have put an additional strain on residents. As of April 2020, 19% of the state's workers had filed for unemployment. While some industries have reopened, others are hampered by continued restrictions. Restricted businesses include restaurants, bars, gyms, personal care services, and the tourism, hospitality industry. Other states don't have as many COVID-19 related restrictions as California does, leading many small business owners to seriously consider moving to a state where their business has a higher chance of long-term success in their opinion. 4. Social and economic problems. California has more than 150,000 homeless people, more than any other state. Some of them are mentally ill or addicted to drugs. They wander the streets, defecating where and when they please. They expose themselves in areas where they can be seen by children, and many other problems that residents report. Former residents note that homeless individuals can be seen all over town, even in wealthy residential areas. Others complain that homeless encampments have risen in suburban areas across the state. Many former state residents feel that the state government is either not doing what's needed to solve the problem or is actually making the problem worse. 5. High cost of living. California is an expensive place to live. The cost-demanding moving candidates start from people in financial issues to those on a constant income, such as retirees in a new group formed in the pandemic time, an employee who can work remotely. Top 5 locations Californians are relocating to in the United States. Former residents of California can be seen all over the country. Even so, there are states that seem to be more famous than others. If you are looking for where to call your next home, choosing where to relocate to from California can be hard. Below are the 5 common states Californians choose to call home. 1. Texas. One of the major reasons most Californians are moving to Texas is the absence of state income tax. When you save more of your income in your pocket, why won't you love it? Texas has also been ranked the 12th best state economy by WalletHub based on GDP growth. The average house price in and around main cities is below $300,000, which makes it cheap to own your own home. And with many sports teams, culture, food, and entertainment, there is a lot to do and see. 2. Arizona. Firstly, this state has the Grand Canyon. There is a lot to explore from the deserts to the mountains. The weather in this state is so nice. 300 days in a year are sunny in Arizona. Also, the cost of living is low with an average house price of $350,000. Arizona has adapted to the 21st century technology with tech giants like Apple and Uber stretching into the state and making increased growth for employment opportunities.